So dramatic today. My goodness. Ah, yes, we were at this story point here where we were about ready to take the staff. So dramatic. Such drama. Many wow. Why did I not? I made a mistake. I made an error. I made an error. Hang on. Hang on. One moment. Maybe there will be a payoff, maybe not. But there we go. That's what I wanted. That is what I wanted. The drama. The sheer drama. So, let's see what's going to happen here. It's going to be crazy. Glad you appreciate it, Vex Match. This is going to go so poorly. So poorly. Unique staff, cold damage, spirit damage, constitution, critical chance, masterwork imbued, staff grip, spirit rune. Okay. Careful. You freaking... Yeah, time is flowing. Stream elements, we did the stretch break already. Alright, so now we need to go out here, close the Fade Rift. Dorian, why are you just holding the torch? Played for 3 whole minutes, better stretch, right? Uh-huh. Does anybody remember, did we find the glyph with the torch last time? What did I just get damaged by? Did I, like, trip over the wall? What the heck? If it progressed the story, my guess is no. Well, I just found one just now, so I'm guessing not.
Rank up! Hold the line!
Low!
This hamlet shall not fall.
Low level! What is going on, my friend? Welcome in. Coffee
Welcome
McSteve,
to
hello.
the hamlet.
Thank you very much for the follow. Greatly appreciate. Geeky Bat! Hello, welcome in.
To the hamlet.
Good morning. Thank you very much for the follow as well. Welcome into Mountain Shade Village. My name is Churney.
A new follower.
We are playing some Dragon Age Inquisition today. I'm a variety streamer here in Twitch land. Welcome in, Low Level. How the heck are you this morning? I hope you're doing well. Welcome, 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 Raiders. Welcome, Hardcore. How we doing today? How's things? Think you got this for free recently? Nice. Very nice. Always love getting some free games. A great time. I don't know if I got all of the things that I'm supposed to get with the Veilfire here, but... Thought that deep voice was in the game? It's your alert sound? Yes! Yes. If you are familiar with Darkest Dungeon, the alert sounds that we actually just installed on the stream are from the same voiceover artist and were released by the dev team for Darkest Dungeon. Super cool. Hope you're having a great stream. I have to walk the dog, so I'm going to lurk for a bit. Happy New Year to you as well, Low Level. Give me just a second here. But yes, of course, please do that post-stream stuff. Please take care of yourself. Do all of that wonderful stream self-care, all of that kind of stuff. Gotta bathe before I run out, but I got you on in the background. Thank you very much, Hopkins, for the lurk. I appreciate it. And for anybody who's hanging out with us here, please have a quick look at what it's like here in Mountain Shade Village. As always, my name is Cherney, and these have been my adventures. Farming, foraging, mining, fishing, and combat. Combat? I have to do combat? I thought this was a farming game.
Slightly less distressed. I would like to be slightly less distressed, please. Please.
I'm having a pretty good time. No! Ugh. What is this thing? No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh, God. This is how we die. This is why we got heals. Hail Hydra, my friend. You guys! Ah! For the support. It might be apparent. I am not sure what happened. That at the very end there, the video just said no. No raid video for you. Hilarious. But welcome into all of you wonderful raiders. Please get yourself comfy. Find a nice cozy place. It tried so hard, but no, it is dead. Yes, it tried so hard. Also accurate of what to expect here. Hey, Ben. Hey. Rude. Just because it's accurate. Heck. Highly produced, but also Murphy's Law. Yes. Accurate. Accurate. I have been a long-time victim of Murphy's Law, so there is that. Oh my goodness. But for any of you lovely lurkers and new raiders, welcome in. Please find yourself somewhere cozy to hang out. Join us. Have a lovely time. It is wonderful to have you. Alright, what the heck am I doing here? I'm going this way. Alright.
Hurry, before this gets worse.
I feel like there has to be a way to just... Why did I just fall over? What are you doing here? Probably a side quest. Look. Listen. Listen. So rude. This is my chat. This is my chat. Welcome. I know I have no ability to focus. It's fine. Ow. Do 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 do. There we go. Nice.
It's done.
Well, I'm rather sick of this place. You?
Next time, the damn demons can stay frozen.
I don't know what these markers are here. The, like, globes that I can activate all over the place, but they are everywhere. And they don't seem to have anything, like, connected to them. Oh, you can move upgrades. So it's not permanent. That's cool. I'll have to figure out how to take upgrades off of existing builds. Did we get all of the death root we needed for Cole's dagger? I hope so. I'm curious what the lore is about, like, why there's that little oasis there. Like, is there magic that makes it nice like that? Where are we supposed to... Oh, all the way out there? Heck, alright. Well, maybe we'll do... Maybe we'll do the Chantry Trail first. Ah! Which one? There's a couple of them. Scrawled Raider Note. Caravan of refugees. Drove off road so we could collect out a view of Imperial soldiers. Half died, but you can pick up the wounded. R.
The trail leads on.
That's really pretty. Hello!
We're fighting her, right? Tell me we're fighting her, boss.
I mean, this is probably gonna go poorly for us, but sure. Sure, we can fight this dragon. Iron Bull. Where'd it go?
Turn back! This is madness!
Someone at Skyhold will have a solution.
Sulfur pits, huh? I know. I know. I'm trying to get out of there. But I have to go down into the sulfur pit area so that I can get around up here. Taylor needs a lozenge, yes. But there was a dragon. And now I don't know how to find it again. Ooh. That actually got him in one hit. Awesome. Oh. You broke my box. Rude. Standing on that box for a reason. You just had to go and break it. Rude. Forged cold to match intent. A symbolic dagger not intended for combat, but it does produce a weapon. The process is an acknowledgement of purpose and commitment. The result is a killer, not a blade. Oh, another landmark. Zor's Tower. Warden Zor's, commander of the defense of Adamant Fortress, during the long night of the Second Blight, gave his life in battle against a Herlock Alpha. From the Grey Warden Archives of Weishaupt. Ooh, we don't have... We need more alpha quills. What is this rhino here? Hello? Where did you come from? How did we summon you to this battle? Why are you guys just standing here? Dorian's over here taking this thing down all by himself. What? Thank you for the clip. Flank them, he says, by himself as he dies. Giant's Staircase. I like that as a region name. Ow, ow. The way these creatures like swim through space. I'm curious why they got animated that way, you know? Like, what was the dev team's design choice that they were like, this is what we want them to look like? I got frost essence from that? There were a bunch of fire demons in that lineup. What? I mean, okay, but also I'm confused. Lamar Tower. Senior Warden Lamar, hero of the Second Battle of Forward Pass, held back 3 charges of Darkspawn during the critical long night of the Second Blight and lost her life in service to Thetis. From Grey Warden Archives in Westfout. Which, I have tabs open to clip, but it reset the portion of the video I was clipping. Oh no. Dang it. I have failed you. You have not failed me, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the clips that you guys make. Clip it anyway, I'll find it later. That's true. Ben might be able to find the clip later. There's so many good clips. I need to go through my clips here soon, because I am going to need them to be re-edited here very shortly. For another project, a more different project. I just heard somebody say kill them all, so I must be in combat. Is that another raid over there? No, like I went from earlier when the raid trailer died, and then I went to chuck it down, the video suddenly became Dragon Age Origins? What? Again, we love everyone announcing announcing combat with kill them all, right? Thank you very much for the official declaration of combat. I know what game we're playing, 100%. I mean, I wouldn't put past Twitch to be like, no, you're actually playing this other game? You thought you were playing this game? No, it's fake.
A generous bestowal.
Big Grove Walker, thank you very much for the bits. Happy New Year to you as well. Appreciate you. Do 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 do. We just did a rift. How is there another rift over here? It's just rude. Excuse me. Please stop chasing me. Please stop chasing me. I'm not here for you. I'm here for the rift. I'm here for the rift. Dang it. Stop. New raid sound alert? Oh no. I'm concerned. Reasons I need a new computer. My computer can't handle playing both Dragon Age Inquisition and playing the raid video at the same time. It's you saying, is that other raid over there? Ah, yes. Very good. I didn't mean raid. I meant rift, but it works, so... I will take it. There's another one of those quill backs. Which I think I still need some. Rift would be hosting or something then? Yes. Perfect. Dang, these guys are tough. Yay! One more set of alpha quillback spines. I kind of set myself up in a weird way because I didn't understand how to use the war table to begin with. So I feel like maybe it's time to, like, maybe just run some stuff off stream. Just to, like, get some of the quests for the war table out of the way. That'll also gain me more power, so that there's more... so that I can do more of the other quests as well. Because each of those little quests gives me the influence marker needed for doing some of the other stuff that's out there. What? Hi, just minding my business here. We find the Chantry Trail. Got some work to do, so I'll be back. Discord said you may have a short stream. Yes. The time was actually in the Discord. So instead of doing the 6-hour stream, we were looking at more like a 2-hour or a 4-hour stream today. So the time frame was listed in the schedule. But I just put a marker there to say it's a short stream because it is shorter than usual. Usually we have the 6-hour streams on Fridays. So if you're used to stopping in like later on in the stream, I didn't want people to say, ah yes, it starts At 8, it will go until 2. Since we're doing a little bit shorter stream today. I don't really want to fight both of you at the same time, but here we are. Don't want to miss the raid. We've been meeting so many interesting streamers. There's lots of them. There's lots of them out there. To be sure. There we go. We got a loot here. Quillback leather. More quillback leather. Dang it! Was hoping that would get us our last set of quills. Oh well. But yeah, there's lots of really awesome folks out here in the crazy wide world of Twitch. Yes, enjoy your lurk, Big Grove Walker. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate you keeping the tab open even when you're away from the computer. It helps a lot. Helps a lot to have you guys here. Oh, here's our other campsite. Cool. Nice.
Nothing to report, sir.
Where's the landmark? There's the landmark here. Hello? Hello? Another chantry marker. There we go. Griffin Wing Monument. In honor of the Wings of Adamant, the brave griffins who gave their lives in service to keep the blight at bay. In war, victory. In peace, vigilance. In death, sacrifice. The Researcher.
Thank the Maker. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone. Have you come to observe the wildlife too?
I think I found your supplies. A dead man out in the desert had these on him.
Dead? Blessed Andraste. What about Marcus or Jeannette? This is terrible news. I am Frederic of Serrault, foremost researcher of draconology in Orlais. I came here with an expedition from the university. But the others are all missing, and our work has been halted. White Claw raiders have made off with much of our supplies. You will help me reclaim the equipment, will you not? You will champion the advancement of science.
Tell me about yourself.
I am a professor at the University of Orlais. I have made it my life's work to write the definitive monograph on the hunting habits of dragons and their closest
I was up at 6 a.m. with a 6 spawn. Oh my goodness. I hope the offspring is feeling a little bit better. We give snuggles. How's the rest of today going, Terry? Have we had our coffee yet?
Taking her prey, a sight no scholar has ever recorded.
The rest of your team went missing, and there are raiders all over the area. Should you be here alone?
I don't know what happened to the rest of the expedition.
Fever is gone. Coffee, yes. Excellent. Sounds like things might be looking up. That's awesome. That's awesome.
But they all ignore my presence completely.
I wanted to ask, we've been asking a lot today. We are playing Dragon Age Inquisition, Pyro. But the main question of the day is if you are doing anything to celebrate the coming of the new year, and if you have any plans for the new year. So like if you have any goals, if you do resolutions, for example, any of that kind of stuff. Do you have anything planned for the new year?
You're a scholar. What can you tell me about this region?
Wine, that's my plan.
Remarkable place, as you are no doubt aware.
White or red?
Many magnificent creatures make their home here.
What's your favorite?
Locusts, dragons, phoenixes. They thrive where few others can. The land was poisoned by the Second Blight. The Warden Fortress has stood since that time. Before the Blight, the ancient Imperium ruled here. Actually, I saw some Devinters recently. Studying the runes, perhaps.
I have the supplies you were waiting for.
I'll decide in the aisle at Walmart. Fair, Terry.
Some of our equipment is still missing. If you happen to find more of it, please let me know.
1 tail feather and 1 batch of intestines, as requested.
My friend, you are invaluable. I will certainly note your assistance in my monograph on the High Dragon. I will attempt to lure her out as soon as my background research is complete. Mistakes could be deadly.
Gonna get shredded, going to the gym across from work, hoping to lose weight to help with my sleep apnea. Nice, Pyro. I hope it goes well. I wish you luck with that. Also, Pyro, if you are not already hanging out in the Training Grounds chat in the Discord is a great guild for those kinds of goals and stuff too. We also have a group of us who use Habitica, and Habitica is a nice habit tracking app. I don't have a link for it handy. Sleep apnea isn't caused by high or low weight. It's a genetic condition that affects your breathing while you sleep. It is actually both, Terry. It can come up in both. I actually used to work in sleep studies, and sleep apnea can be genetic. It can also be exacerbated by various states of health. It can also be influenced by weak muscles in the throat, which is one of the reasons why sleep doctors will often prescribe didgeridoo lessons as a way to reduce the symptoms of sleep apnea, because it strengthens the muscles in the back of your throat. So it can be influenced by a lot of different factors, but you are correct. It can be a genetic feature as well. So your weight is making it worse, Pyro? Yeah, I understand that. Learn to throat sing. Yes, throat singing is another way that you can strengthen those muscles and help reduce the effects of sleep apnea. But yeah, I thought that was so hilarious. I was on the phone with a doctor, and because we had to process the medical paperwork. I am not in medical myself, but I worked in a center that processed testing paperwork and stuff like that. And so I ended up learning a bit about sleep apnea. Especially because I was dealing with insomnia for a little while, and I was concerned that I had sleep apnea as well. So it was fun to learn some stuff about sleep apnea. Caffeinate, thank you very much for the caffeinate, Terry. Appreciate it. We have the Galaxy Burst Rays today. Tastes like Nerds candy to me, and it is my favorite so far. I don't like it all the time, though. Like, just the one flavor for too long it'll get boring. But thank you very much for that boost. I do still have the affiliate code for Rays. So if you are an energy drink fan like me, you might like it. Makes you jittery? So I have had that experience as well. This formula is way better for that. I don't get the crash. I don't get the jitters the same way. Learning with Journey. Thank you very much, Ben, for that clip. But yeah, I don't get the, like, extreme, like, sort of manic phase that I would get with some other energy drinks, too. Like, it's just a nice boost, as opposed to some of the other drinks that I used to use. Energy drinks don't work for me. All I get is a headache. Out of curiosity, Pyro, do you happen to have any history or symptoms of ADHD? I ask because I have known a lot of people who experience ADHD and have like basically no effects or reverse effects from caffeine and energy drinks. But like if Death Wish Coffee wanted to sponsor me, I'd be all over it. Oh my gosh, Death Wish Coffee is so good. I love Death Wish Coffee. I also really like Bones Coffee. Have you seen Bones brand coffee? Firstly, their merchandising is on point. I love all of their branding design. It is so cool. But their flavors are amazing as well. Strongly recommend. Strongly recommend. Cured that with a chancla when I was little. That is not how that works, sir. Just because you have developed discipline does not mean that your brain produces the chemicals to do the thing. Amazing. Rebel Mage's note. It keeps staring at me. It had to go. Well, this should be interesting. Pyro broke it. I don't know what kind of magic this is. Oh, lightning. I was lightning attack. Lightning attack, not spirit. Working on a barbarian character that only uses one weapon, La Chancla. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. This sounds accurate. The creation of a phylactery. We let the boy rest. The first night they brought him to the White Spire, I convinced Knight Commander Belrose to delay the ritual till the morning. The journey was long, and the lad could barely keep his eyes open, poor thing. I was certain escape was the furthest thing from his mind. Medine found him a clean cot in with the other young apprentices, and when I came in with his super, he was already fast asleep. I'm sorry, with his supper. He was already fast asleep. In the morning, I showed Medine how the phial would be prepared. First, a simple charm to preserve and protect the glass, then a spell to keep the blood from forming dark clots. The last step could only be completed with the apprentice present. I sent a young Templar recruit off with the message that we were ready. The boy was escorted to the chamber by Belrose himself. I could tell he had just been awakened. There was a smear of dirt from his face, perhaps from the road. I called the boy to me and cleaned his cheek with my sleeve as I explained the ritual. "We have to take your blood," I said, "because you're special and we don't want to be lost. If it happens, the blood will allow us to find you and bring you home again." I let Medine take the lancet this time. The tremor in my hands was worse that day, and I didn't want to make too deep a cut. I held the boy close, and Medine made a small, neat incision in his palm exactly as instructed. I felt the boy struggle and start to cry. He pulled away, but Medine gripped his hand firmly, letting the blood run into the vial. When Medine cast the spell, like we practiced, within the phial the blood churned and grew bright in the presence of the mage to whom it was bound. It was done. Another phylactery, another link forged. He was leashed to the White Spire. The boy could not look away from the glow. He was enthralled, and the pain and the tears were forgotten. "See, this is magic," I said to him. "When you are older, I will teach you." Belrose let the boy hold the phylactery for several minutes before he locked it away in the chamber. From the memories of Enchanter Reva Clay, 872, blessed. Can we talk about how every freaking, like, ritual or blood brother or bleh has decided that they have to cut their palm for the blood? There's so many nerve endings in your hand. Why? Friggin' Tony and Rhodey fighting in Iron Man suits is just comical. Man, it's been a long time since I saw that movie. Feels like forever ago. I should probably look at my inventory again. I've picked up a good deal of equipment. Chantry logbook. We so far cannot confirm that Faramund had any luck attracting spirits at all. It may not be possible for spirits in the Fade to even see someone who has not been, who has been so long tranquil. He wishes to continue with the experiments. We will stay and observe until he is ready to leave. My youngest is watching them in order on Disney Plus. Nice! Very nice. I need to sit down and, like, make a list of stuff that I want to watch again, because I feel like there's some series and stuff that I want to watch, but I just can't. Whenever I'm like, I feel like watching something today, I never remember any of the shows that I want to watch, because I don't have a television. I haven't had a television of my own in a really long time. And so, like, I have to dedicate some portion of my computer to playing the movie. I want to stream Dishonored, but that seems like lots of work. How do you mean, Terry? Because it depends what you're doing with it, really. Because, like, do you want to stream because you think it would be fun to share it with people? Or do you want to stream because
Inquisitor.
you want to record stuff?
Inquisitor.
You're so insistent, like you've got something to tell me, but you have nothing to tell me, Requisitions Officer. I'm very confused. Also, why does it feel like a lot of work to stream Dishonored versus something else? I have to get up, go to my computer, let Slobs update. Fair.
I've news, sir.
For me, I'm very glad that I got away from Streamlabs. Because, like, I understand why people like Streamlabs, but it took up so much extra processing power in my computer. I got so frustrated with it. And especially when I realized, like, the power that's available because OBS Studio is open source with, like, WebSockets and everything. I'm very glad that I made the switch a while ago. And there's still...
This is big. Doesn't look like Vince built it. Who was out here?
There's still a whole bunch more that I want to do with it. These red lyrium infected chests. Also having a donut craving? Fair. I mean, who wouldn't want donuts? Donuts are amazing. Ancient Warden logbook. So close. We nearly reached him. Made it down to what looked like a dwarven thag here with the song was actually audible, real and thrumming through the air, not just in our heads. It rattled through the lyrium pillars and shook the earth beneath our feet to its dreadful tempo. We lost 30 men in the last cave-in, and the Warden Commander is abandoning the mission. I tried to argue for one last push, but the rock is too unstable down there. We'll have to find another archdemon somewhere more solid. Donuts are their own whole food group, like chili and bacon. I don't know about that, but I certainly appreciate some good donuts. I am a fan. Oh, there's a loot pouch here. Shimmerstone Mine. The ground here trembles slightly underfoot. Ooh. Trini just looted my breakfast. Yes, I need more breakfast. I need second breakfast. Cassius, remind your hirelings to leave that Orlesian fop alone. With our red friends leaving the area, Service expects more from the White Claw efforts. I'm not explaining to him that you let those raider idiots kill our best chance at actually getting that high dragon in reach. Bacon donuts are a thing? A delicious thing? Yes. I remember a few falls ago, there was, what was it? Duncan, I think, was doing maple bacon, like bear claws and stuff. A great time. Delicious. Hello, Chaotic Luck. What's going on, my friend? Welcome in. Welcome in. We are chatting about all kinds of things here while I'm playing through Dragon Age Inquisition. And my question for you, should you choose to answer it, is if you have any plans for the new year, either in celebration of the new year, or if you have like goals and things for the new year as well. Hydrate! Hello, Ranger Sheep. How are you? Are you guys back home now? Welcome in. How's things? Happy New Year! Magic Sheep, thank you very much. Happy New Year to you as well. And another hydrate from Terry. Thank you very much for the hydrate. Congratulations on being back home. I hope it is good. Okay, there's a giant pit here. I want to jump into the giant pit. I have missed the community. You have missed too, Magic Sheep. I wanna jump into the giant pit. I have to. I have to. No! I was hoping something of use would happen, but no. May get a little drinky later. Right now, I'm hiding in the office from my 3 cats who are determined to drive me crazy this morning. How about you? I don't think I'm going to be doing anything particular for the celebration of the new year, but I do have some plans and goals for myself over the next year. We've got... Thank you for the village well, Vex Batch. We will get to that in a second. When I'm not fighting these dudes here.
The name on the manifest is Frederick of Serral. Didn't we meet him?
Yes, we did meet him, Blackwall. I'm glad you picked up on that.